Welcome, welcome everyone. Glad you can join us. We have an exciting topic today. We're going to let everyone kind of pile in. If you throw it in the chat where you're joining us from, Steve and I can say hi as well. Glad you made it on early. Who's going to be the first one to throw it in the chat? Who's
Good
with us
evening,
tonight?
everybody. Let's see. Let's see who's come on to see Mr. Magic
Becky.
Jason Pelland. Oh, here we go. I think Becky Chamberlain.
Yes, yes, and Jocelyn. Hello, hello. Hello, Samantha in Toronto. Renee.
I just want to point out, Jason, that Becky is Phoenix Rising.
Aha. I got my invite to the Instagram group today, so
Excellent.
we're following you guys. Yes, Keisha, Wisconsin.
Oh, Joy's there
Yes.
too. Jackie Blasco. Jackie's in the house. Alice Chu. Janet Hewitt. Look at this. Phoenix Rising showing up.
Yes. Great to see everyone.
Nancy Elliott. Scott Pinkham.
Now, I got to tell everyone while we see Alice join us, Alice is one of our top users of the unfranchised marketing app worldwide. She's
Wow.
unbelievable. Yep. Tons of shares and engagement. So keep up the great work, Alice.
And obviously Shannon. Shannon Goodbury's there. Evening, Shannon. Yeah, Shannon, I still owe you a call.
Hey, Shannon. Great to see you. You're welcome, Alice. Carrie, hello. Alan, my friend from Maine, down East Maine. I love seeing where everyone joins from, Steve. It's
Yeah,
fascinating.
yeah, it is. It is. And this one, everyone, this is a US specific one this evening. It's not a full international like we normally do, but we're very privileged to have the expert here, Mr. Jason Amazing Pelland, who's going to show you all the magic to do with a shop live. And we'll really get into the details just when everyone joins. But we had a little bit of fun on Monday with the fix one, and that was a bit of a, I guess, Jason, a bit of a test for us, bit of a corporate first time to use this, but we'll explain all of that this evening for everyone.
Yeah, it was a great trial run and looking forward to doing more and excited to get the field to start doing some of these shop lives. And I'm excited to talk to everyone about some of the enhancements this evening. We've got a new rollout coming out that'll be available to all of you this week. So very, very excited that we're here tonight after our shop live on Monday and kind of show you how it all works on the back end as well.
For sure, for sure. And by the way, I know we're not going to really go into the product today, Jason, because it's about the technology, but some of those testimonials and the from and twos on the hair shots. Now, Bonnie Gallagher is a bit of a superstar now. I messaged her on social the other day to say she's going to go viral because that's her hair this is real UFOs in these adverts, real UFOs.
Yeah, incredible, incredible results. I ordered mine as soon as it was available. Can't wait. This should be here tomorrow. I was checking my shipping tracking because, Steve, I don't know if you know this, I'm a little light back here, so I can't wait to give it a shot
Can't
myself.
see anything. Can't see anything, sir.
Oh, well, great. Well, let's go ahead and kick this off. We thank everyone for joining us this evening. Kind of an informal chat, but we do have some information to share with you and some slides to go over because I know everyone is interested on how to conduct shop lives. What is the technology? What is the benefit of it? Steve, you've been talking about live stream shopping for a while now. I don't know if you want to weigh in on your excitement about the whole
Yeah,
process.
yeah. And it's probably my fault because I dabble in social media now and again, as many of you know. But some of the trends, I mean, you've probably got a slide in here, Jason, but Gary V is one of these influencers, I guess, a real businessman, entrepreneur. He's always encouraging people to go out and just do it. But he has been adamant over the last 3 or 4 months about Shop Live and the fact that this live streaming, live shopping is going to be the real deal, absolute real deal. And he's convinced that, all of us live in, towns and cities. He's convinced as you walk through the shops in throughout this year, you're going to see more and more of these owners basically live shopping from their stores, showing demonstrations of the dresses, the shoes, the products, people are live shopping, there and then from the site. So this is a real big benefit for us, and we just need to kind of grab hold of this technology. And what I would say, Jason, I think we are perfectly primed with all this great training that we have in GMTSS. And I know you had a great meeting with the GMTSS team. Was it last week or the week before? Some of this stuff, every single thing that we're doing, especially product training, we should be using this technology because right there and then, even guests at a UBP, Jason, or a first look can shop there and then. If you want to say, hey, take a look at these 2 or 3 products, they can shop there and then. It's phenomenal. So
Yeah.
really excited about this. But again, we got to walk before we run. I know some of this is, some of us are not looking at myself, technology advanced. So we have to make this easy for everyone.
Yeah, and I think a lot of it's just fear of technology, and you got to just play with it. You can't break it. You got to have fun with it. But we've made it super simple. That's some of the feedback that we got when we launched Shop Live over the past years. So we've continued to refine it, and we've got a new release. So we've got Shop Live 3.0 that we'll be unveiling this evening. But we don't really want to talk about the market, like you said, Steve. Everyone really is a creator. You don't have to be an influencer with a million followers. You don't have to be an influencer with, 100,000 followers. Every single one of us is an influencer in our own right. We all have people that we influence in our day-to-day activities, our friends, our family, our neighbors. It's about community and we look up to each other. So it's just about sharing information. And now we've got a tool that we can, in fact, go live with. But like you said, Gary V, kind of like one of the kings of, I would say, social media here, um, he sees it being probably the one of the biggest shifts. We look at, a shift into e-commerce and then the
Yeah.
shift into mobile commerce.
Yeah.
Now the social commerce. Well, this is the next big paradigm shift, Steve.
Yeah. And the good thing, Jason, like I say, anyone can do this, anybody. And the more authentic you are, the better it's going to be because everyone wants to see how things really operate in the real world. It's not pretend, it's not kind of made up, just have some fun with it. So you'll see, I will even attempt it myself, Jason. So you'll see that, in the coming weeks, I'll have to give it a go as well. But it's worth saying as well, Jason, that this is a huge trend and we're right on point. In fact, we're ahead of the curve because what we had this 2 or 3 years ago or whenever it was originally launched. But I think it's fair to say, Jason, just to kind of clear the decks for everybody, the version we had before, let's call it like it is, was not the best. And there was plenty of challenges with it. So whatever you knew about the previous version, kind of do the Men in Black pen where you wipe everything you knew about it. This is a brand new, upgraded, updated, refreshed, whatever you want to call it, and it's very, very easy to use. What Jason has showed me already, if I can use it, then I'm sure all of you can use it. So that's what we want to share with you this evening and really want to leverage this trend going forward.
Yeah, and I think it is important. You said, being genuine, being authentic. This is not about having a production quality live stream. It's about being you, but being real. And we're seeing that in the local market. Like you said, you're going to start seeing shop owners do this because what? It's the ultimate hybrid experience where you can touch people online, but still have that one-to-one feel and bring them kind of to your brick and mortar storefront. And as an unfranchised owner, like you said, we are just poised to make this an incredible, incredible experience for everyone. So, if everyone's ready, let's talk about shopping live. Um,
Hey Jason, I think one of what we should do here is after you've done this attribution, just explain to people how they because this is a real key benefit for this attribution that the way you share this, that everyone on the team can obviously is going to be attached to their own customers. They're all going to get the retail profit and the BV, which is incredible. But then after that, Jason, why don't we just go live for 5 minutes and show them how easy it is to take over your screen and kind of go live with it because we really, really want to have some fun with this and show how easy this is for everybody to do this going forward.
Yeah, absolutely. So those that aren't familiar with Shop Live and the benefit, really beyond, there are a lot of streaming services. There are a lot of video services. You've got GoToMeeting, you've got GoToWebinar, you've got Zoom, you've got Meetin, you've got some of the ACE tools. You've got a lot out there. But with Shop Live, we have team attribution, which is critical to us as unfranchised owners. So let's talk a little bit about what that looks like. You are a leader yourself, or you have a leader. That leader or that unfranchised owner has their own contacts. They might be registered customers, they might not. They might be friends and neighbors. But then that UFO has a team, right? That team, maybe it's John. Well, John has his own contacts, whether they're customers registered or not. That John has his own sphere of influence. But then John has a team member named Sarah. And Sarah has her own sphere of influence. She's got her own contacts and or customers. And then Sarah might have Jane, and Jane has Tim. So everyone has their own customers and their own contacts. However, because they're all part of the same Shop Live team, what happens is that we can track 100% of any of that traffic to credit the retail profit and the BV properly. Making sure that if you invite someone to a Shop Live, whether you are financially connected to that person hosting the Shop Live or not, when you invite them from your marketing app, we know that that customer or that contact belongs to you, so we can credit you for that BV and the retail profit. So it looks a little like this. You share a Shop Live or you host a Shop Live, or even Steve, even if you share a recorded version of a SHOPLive, a replay version of a SHOPLive, and you get that out into your organization and people start sharing that, when people are watching that SHOPLive, no matter where they are in the organization, they're sharing it with their contacts. What happens is you earn your retail profits and BV from your customers, but James earns retail profit and BV for his customers. Will might be a Go Trim trainer, and maybe it's a Motives Cosmetics shop live, and he says, "Hey, I know some people that are interested in makeup, but I specialize in Go Trim." Well, he invites some people to that shop live. He will get credit for any of the sales from that shop live because we've got this connected via the marketing app. Now, we take it a step further where even if you're not financially connected and you invite someone to that shop live, as long as you invite them from your marketing app, we're going to be able to appropriately track that BV
Yes.
and credit the retail profit. I mean, that's huge, Steve.
It's fantastic. So Jason, let's just kind of drill on that for a second. Think about this as anybody can join this. And, so long as you do this the right way, and Jason's going to show you that this evening, because that's the critical piece. So long as you share any of these lives from the marketing app, it's going to have the full attribution following you. That's the real key benefit for this. But think about this for a second. We have some incredible people, incredible. Let's just look at some names here in the chat. Nancy Elliott. You got all of my team on here, Joanna, Molly, and Fabulous Coco. Everyone's on here. But anyone who goes live, any other UFO can basically, and we'll show you how to do this, who follows that live, any of your customers, you'll still get the full BV and retail profit, no matter whose live you're watching. So let's make it up, Jason. Let's say, Jason does an incredible shop live and it's recorded, or Kim Ashley does one for Motus, for example. Let's just use that. You can basically send anyone to those, and they're basically going to present products, and all of your customers can shop from it like it was a live, because watching a replay is just like a live, and you will get the full BV and retail profit. It's amazing. It's amazing. So if I'm so excited about this, Jason, because I know I've met so many wonderful UFOs who are incredible at talking about this business and the products. I can't wait to kind of grab some of the content that they're going to do and just share that with my team.
Absolutely. It's the ultimate leverage for all of us. It's kind of like the GMTSS. It's a unified system that we can all participate in and we all benefit from it. Zoom has been great. It's been wonderful to present, but if you invite someone to, say, a product event on Zoom, but you're not financially connected, that person hosting the Zoom might put a link in the chat. Well, now
Yeah.
you've got to then go to your customer and say, "Oh, but don't use that link. I'll send you a link myself." And you've got to kind of follow through
Yeah.
and really do a good job. But with the Shop Live, you don't have to worry about it because it's connected to everyone.
And Jason, one of the other things I think, just for everyone watching this or even watching the replay, one really important point to note is it's very different from a Zoom. It's very different from social media. So just kind of whatever you know about those platforms, this is different. So think about it. I think about it, Jason, as basically I have my phone. Anytime I do a shop live, my phone is being turned on live. That's the way I think about it. So it's not that you can kind of invite, so you can of course invite someone to an event, but there's no link, for example, that you're going to be able to kind of register for it, etc. So which is why, hands up, we had some let's say, call it like it is, we had some back and forth on Monday around how do people get to the link, etc., which is why we're doing this. That was the first attempt for us. Thank you for the chat who said it was a great event. Thank you. But of course, we always want to be incredible. We want to be incredible. Lots of things that we can do to improve this. But it's very important to know how to use this, because basically it's just you're going to turn your business on live. Anytime you're using it, it's your link. It's your very own link. So long as anyone has that link and you notify them, they'll see you go live. So again, we want to explain all of that on the call tonight. And what better way to do that, Jason, and for you to show them for a couple of minutes, and we'll use your screen to actually show you how you actually physically do this. So Jason will take over Jason's screen and physically show you how to do it.
Will do. So let me go ahead and log in. And we got a little sneak peek, Steve, when I log into, so you're going to launch your shop live from unfranchisemarketing.com. So you have to do it from your desktop or a laptop. It's through the website version of the app. So you go to unfranchisemarketing.com. You log in with the same credentials as your unfranchise.com. So your rep ID or email and your password. And on that site is where you're going to go live. But a sneak peek coming very soon. For those that are here with us today, you're going to see a sneak peek because I've got a new view of the
Sneak peeks are always good.
franchisemarketing.com that we're testing out. So when you log in, it's going to look a little different than this. The header will be the same, but this is kind of the future of where we're going with unfranchise marketing.
Nice.
So you're getting a
Hey,
sneak
Jason, can I
peek
just
today.
can I just pause you there for a second? So just want to kind of recap what you just said a second ago. So basically what you're showing people here is you're basically logging in as a UFO to your version of the unfranchised marketing app. That's really important because this is the desktop version. So, I know there's been some questions around, well, that's the app, it's just on the phone. This is you logging on your PC and laptop. This is the good way to do it that Jason is showing you. If you want to go live, it's easier to you can go live on your phone, of course, but we find this is very easy to kind of obviously kind of command from your desktop and laptop. So this is a live version of Jason's screen. So Jason is kind of showing you as a UFO. This is how he would do it as a UFO. And he's showing you here. Again, the benefit of joining these teams, you get a sneak peek.
That's right. That's right. So the header will look the same buttons at the top, but you'll see this big blue button that says go live. I mean, how much simpler than that? When I click that button, go live, it's going to then initiate and launch the SHOPLive platform. So as it kind of loads up here, um, it's going to start in a standby mode. And that's one of the enhancements that we made, Steve, was in a previous version, when you click go live, you were live right away. So we've got a 60-minute maximum on the SHOPLive. So you're going in trying to set up the live, you're eating away some of your time. But also if someone's joining your live and you're still trying to set it
Yeah,
up,
they've
it's
seen you get ready.
a little clunky,
I did hear
right?
that.
So you've got this now kind of production studio in the back room. So no one else can join this live yet. You are kind of in standby mode, so you can kind of set things up.
Right.
So,
Jason, let's just take this slow for everyone because this is new. So you saw the previous screen that Jason had on the homepage there, and you saw a button at the top right to go live. So you simply click on that to go live, but don't worry, you're not fully live. What it then takes you to is this screen. You can obviously see the screen. This is the setup, just as Jason's explaining there. And again, whenever you're ready, and Jason will walk through this in a second, then you can see obviously clues in the big red button at the top there. There's the clue. There's the magic clue. As soon as you click that, then you'll go live.
that's right. That's right. Yeah, we tried to make it pretty easy to understand when do you go live. When you click the big red button that says go live, right? So we'll walk through some of the tools real quick. The most important thing is your settings button here. That's going to make sure that you have your microphone and your video camera set up correctly. So what's going to happen is,
Sorry, Jason. I'm just as I'm hearing you, I'm just interrupting just to make sure we're following and go through. So sorry to interrupt, but where Jason's clicking on is right at the bottom of the screen there. See the settings? That's the typical kind of cogwheel, I think it is, or something.
yeah.
Click on that, and that's where he is on the settings.
So because my browser's already been logged into SHOPLive, it doesn't really need the permissions. But when you first log in, you might get a little pop-up that says, hey, can you give us permission or allow us to share your microphone? Do you allow us to share your camera? So you click allow, and that allows the software to connect to your computer. So when you have on the right-hand side, select microphone, I can go ahead and select that one here. And now I can see that it's picking up my audio. I can then select my camera, and I'm going to do my front camera, and that's going to go ahead and populate that when I go live. Now, this portrait toggle, what we realize is most people, Steve, are watching these SHOPLives from their phone.
Yeah.
So portrait view is actually a vertical view like a phone. So it's very mobile friendly when you turn that on. If that makes sense. If it's not on, it's going to be more horizontal, like landscape, almost like a YouTube video. But I think for the most part, when you do the portrait view, it's going to be a great display for you. Now, in some cases, this may or may not see my video because Zoom is currently using my camera. So it's kind of fighting with the SHOPLive, but we'll see what happens if I come over here and um, turn on some of these buttons here. Now, another button next to this white circle is your record button. So if you're going to record your SHOPLive, as soon as you press that button, it turns red. You can record the session and then you get a copy of that replay. We'll show you how that works momentarily, but you can turn that on and off when you record. Now, in some cases, your camera might flip it horizontally, right? You might say, well, that's 90 degrees turned. So you've got this little button here to rotate your screen. And that's because some people are using an external camera, a webcam, and this is all just to help with your settings when you set up. And that's why we have these tools available. If you click on the camera, it turns off the camera like it would on any other type of video sharing device. And I can also mute myself. The last button, Steve, this little arrow is a share screen. So if you want to share your shop.com and you want to do a
Right.
shop.com overview, or you want to share a slide, you want to show some before and after pictures,
Right.
you want to show a PowerPoint slide, you can share your screen just like you can with other technologies like Zoom. So when I go ahead and click on Go Live, it's creating the live stream for me.
You want to select products before you go live, Jason, or not?
Yeah, so we can go over that. Let me go over that right now. So in the upper right-hand corner, there's a blue plus sign here under interactions. When I click on that, I can click on sell, and it brings up the website, and I clicked on shop.com quickly, sorry. But then I get to search the entire catalog. So let's say I wanted to
Wow.
focus on, let's say I wanted to do digestive
Wow.
enzymes.
So what you saw quickly, what Jason did there is as soon as you click on sell, it then gives you your choice of, wait for this, every single website that you have as an unfranchised owner, whether that's Shop, Layered, Lumiere V, Motifs, you can choose. There you go. You can choose whichever one of those websites you want. Whenever you choose one of those websites, what's going to then show you is every single product on that website. How good is that? How good? Shannon's excited. Joanna, Molly, Joy, they're all in the chat going, wow.
Yeah, it would make it really easy. So some people might choose, they're doing a beauty overview. So they say, I want to do motives, but then they want to focus on some health and nutrition products. Well, those health and nutrition products aren't in the motive site. So if you're going to do a combination, I recommend doing the shop.com because it
Yeah, I
has
would always do the
everything.
shop. Yeah, because everything's in the shop. I mean, that's a basic one. And I would also say, Jason, as much as this, obviously looks wonderful, every single product's in there, the products, the branding is starting to look very elevated, looks really good. I mean, I don't know what you think, Jason. I would recommend 3 products max because you don't want to, the more choice you give somebody, the more kind of confused they could be. So I would just focus on, for me, for example, I would do core 3 health, the 3 products and talk about those. But again, maybe 5 max, I would say, but don't go crazy because if you fill the card up with 20 people, you're going to get questions on all 20 of them. So take your time and do one. If you want to do one for 3 products on a Monday, do one on Wednesday for another 3. So you can just play around with it. I would say, just don't do too much.
You're absolutely right. We found that if you get more than 5 or 6 products, what happens is that people then go into research mode. They want to learn more about what the products
Yeah,
before they can buy. But
yeah.
if you're only focusing on 1 or 2 products, you're going to convert many more sales that way. So as you're live, and again, my Zoom is taking my video camera now, so it's not allowing the shop live to show my camera at the same time. Um,
Yeah, I was going to mention that, Jason. So the reason you're not, so what you'd normally see here, because Jason is live on here actually. So if anyone's got his link, they'll see Jason go live. But the reason it's a black screen there is that's on purpose because he's also doing this Zoom with us. So his camera's being used for the Zoom, as well as obviously trying to demonstrate this shop live. That's why you won't see. But typically you'd see Jason on here and his background, everything else, etc. So he'd be talking away just like you saw. On the left-hand side, of course, is the chat. So yeah, this is going to be absolute game changer, Jason.
Right. So on the chat, you as a host and the participants all get to see the chat. So you can be engaging with the people that are asking questions while you're live, answering those questions, maybe giving some tips, and they're having their own little banter back and forth as well in that chat. And then all of these products are showing up on their screen as well. And I can actually click on one and feature it. So if I'm going to feature it, and I'm going to give you a big tip right here, Steve, is don't just feature the product like that. I want you to hold it.
Yes.
I want you to take out the product. I want you to show
Dun, dun,
people
dun, dun,
what does it
dun.
look like? Pop it open, put a tab in the water, right? So if I'm going to be doing the isotonics protocol, like Steve has, he's going to get his isotonics. He's going to pour a glass of water, put the daily essentials in
I
there,
just drank it.
and then he's going to put the H2 tabs in. All of you understand the power of demonstrating the products and the product demos that we have. So when you show people how to use the product, show it how it mixes, how you take the product,
Yes.
your conversions will go up. They're realizing that you're not just a salesperson because you actually physically have the product as
Yeah.
well. You want to be a product of the product.
Jason, the biggest thing that we're seeing, so you'll see a lot more on social around the company, but we're seeing the biggest trend, and many of you doing some great videos for us that we're now seeing on social. But the simplest ones, Jason, as you say, is just mixing the product. They're the ones that seem to be taken off, just simply mixing the product, drinking your vitamins, not vitamins, drinking your vitamins. That's how to do this. But people want to see it. To your point, people want to see it.
That's right. That's right. And the idea is that anyone can do it, Steve. You don't
Yes.
have to be a professional. You don't have to be an actor or an actress. You don't have to
Yes.
have, a production studio. It's
Yes.
meant to just be real. right?
Exactly,
Um,
exactly. Look in the chat there. Yes, Brian. Yes, Joanna. Brian will be awesome at doing this. Absolutely. Imagine Brian doing it at his lunchtime, going live from his workplace. Everyone's kind of crowding around him. What's that, Brian? Show me that. And by the way, a shout out to Jason here. Jason has been demonstrating this for us behind the scenes as we're getting ready for this company launch. He has done what I think I've seen you do it 3 times, Jason. He is phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal doing these lives. So if you want Jason to kind of do one for you, just give him a nudge. Give him a nudge. I know you do one for Shannon, Jason, but the guy's phenomenal.
Oh, I appreciate that. And I really do love the products. A lot of people don't realize this, but I was a personal trainer for, over a decade, and I love these products. So I talk about them all the time. So I talk to them as a user and the benefits. So I've got no problem doing that. And I'm looking forward to doing more Shop Live, Steve, not just talking about
Yes.
technology and web
Yes.
centers and things like that, but about
Yes.
some of our incredible products.
Well, here's one for you, Jason. What you don't know is being very modest. Jason is also an incredible gymnast. Incredible. We've seen some of the videos that on social and stuff. So Jason, imagine Jason doing a backflip on a shop
Yeah.
live. Imagine that. Imagine that's gonna be amazing.
And then drinking my isotonics. Yeah, absolutely. So, so just to walk, I mean, that was very simple, right? I mean, you open unfranchisemarketing.com, you click on go live, you pick your products, you make sure your camera's set up, you click go live. That's it. So simple. But I want everyone to play with it, right? Once we have the announcement, it should be live within the next 24 hours for everyone. We'll do an announcement, go in,
Yeah,
play with it.
yeah. And so again, just to repeat again, I'm only repeating on purpose, Jason, just so the more times people hear it. So everyone's going to have this upgraded new version by the end of the day. Everybody in the US, it's going to be obviously you've just seen it here. I think without jinxing this, Jason, I think even I could use this.
Yeah.
So this will be a test. But once we have this, I mean, there's some questions in the chat. How often do it? It's up to you. Obviously, it's just like anything, conversations, encouragement, having conversation around the business. But I would also think about this the more stuff that you're doing. So, many of us are holding UBPs weekly. Many of us are holding first looks. Imagine doing this because it's the same thing. You can show your presentation, the first look UBP on screen. You're talking to people. Imagine that. Just you're shopping as you're seeing it. You get to the product page. Here's my 3 favorite products. Boom. People can buy it there and then. Phenomenal. Phenomenal.
That's right. That's right. So we'll walk you through step by step, and this will all be available in trainings and making sure that you have, some resources to go through. Just saw it in
Mhm.
one of the chats was, how what's the maximum time limit? Well, right now there's a 60-minute maximum for Shop Live. Now, I would actually encourage, we've seen probably around less than 20 minutes is an ideal scenario. This is supposed to be kind of quick and on the fly. So anywhere between 10 to 15 minutes is great. And that's why we also recommend only a couple products because you can't do a good job if you're doing 20 products in 10 minutes, Steve.
Yeah, yeah. And it's worth there's some nice chat going in the chat here, Jason. It's making me chuckle. But hey, have a bit of fun with this. Even though you can do 60 minutes, I mean, 60 minutes probably perfect because if you're doing a UBP or first look, maybe that's 35, 40 minutes questions. Perfect for that. If you're just going to do the products themselves, again, if you're doing 2 or 3, I mean, I would try and get it down 15 minutes max, maybe 20 as a stretch, but keep it short and sweet. Time is so important for people these days, Jason. I mean, trying to get just a few minutes here and there to kind of focus on things. I mean, it's really important. So the quicker you can be on here, I think the better. But imagine, look, even on Monday, look, we managed to get Dr. D and Kim under 20 minutes. I mean, that's a phenomenal achievement. You know how D is so clever and loves her words, and Kim loves to talk about the products as well. I mean, we even got that under 19 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. And they did a great job. They did a
They
wonderful
did.
job.
They did.
So our corporate lives will handle more than 250 attendees. I mean, we had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds on with us on Monday, which is phenomenal for a middle of the day. But for our unfranchised owners, they can have up to 250 attendees. And of course, you have the replay option as well. So if you record it, you can always send it to
Yeah.
people who couldn't make it as well.
Yeah.
Now, you've
And I
got
would
no
also,
limits.
yeah. So on this one again, just be careful again. I mean, get used to this technology, start playing around with it, invite a friend to it, invite a couple of friends, maybe you're having coffee, maybe you're zooming with the family or whatever. Just try it with the family. Hey, if lots of us have long distance relatives. Hey, instead of a Zoom or a FaceTime, hey, I'm going to send you a link, jump on with me and show them the products. I mean, they're like, what, they're like, what's going on? Maybe you get a sale or two from your family, but just have some fun with it. So, one thing I would just be a bit cautious of, Jason, I know a lot of you have a lot of customers sometimes even hundreds or thousands of customers. Again, just be careful not to spam people, because you don't want this to become tired. So really leverage, and many of you are phenomenal at this, that personal service. hey, because I care so much about you, I'm giving you a very special invite. I'd love you to come and see my brand new fixed product. Please come and take a look for 10 minutes. Do it very specific, very intentional. And again, you're all phenomenal at doing that, but just kind of play with it first and get into a really nice rhythm.
And I would agree. I think smaller audiences are actually better because you can engage with the chat and have some fun with it. Once the meeting gets too big, it's almost like mass marketing, and we're really more about the one-to-one. So I couldn't agree more with that, Steve.
Yeah, yeah. We're going to get to a couple of tips, but I'm trying to get ahead of this for now, Jason. So again, I'm jumping ahead, but bear with me. So as you're doing the shop live, one of the key things that we found out on Monday and as through this training is you're on shop live. Okay, so you're on shop live. You can add to cart. You saw Jason show 3 products there. You add to cart. Fantastic. You're adding to cart in that environment in your shop live. It's really, really important that then people say go to checkout. They have to click on that button to go to checkout, because then as soon as they go to checkout, and I'm answering some questions in the chat, Jason, as soon as they go to checkout, boom, you go over to shop. You're onto shop.com. That's where obviously the magic is, because you've now got them in the cart. The cart moves over to shop.com, registered as your customers, etc. So that's the benefit of what you've got there. And then, yes, coupon codes. If you've got coupon codes on offer on your sites, because they're going to be on shop, that's where they can add the coupon codes. So phenomenal. Again, whatever you want to set up as coupon codes, 5, 10, 15%, whatever you've set up, that's how you can leverage it, because ultimately going to shop.com. So the reason I'm saying that is the top tip at the end of a shop live, very important, because you may have hopefully, a few customers on there. Please make sure, hey, if you have added something to your cart, please make sure you click that checkout button so we don't lose you, because as soon as you come off the shop live, it's going to close down the live. So you're going to lose that cart that's in the shop live. So it's really important you give them time at the end. Hey guys, I know you got some products in your cart. Fantastic. Please make sure you check out. Please make sure you hit the checkout, because then it'll switch them over to shop. They'll still hear you. You don't lose them. It doesn't pause. They'll still hear you, but at least they have got that checkout right there again. So that's a huge, huge top tip.
And that allows them to go back and revisit. If they're not ready to make the purchase, at least it's in their cart. They can go back and learn about the products if they want. If they aren't ready to make a purchase right then, at
Yeah,
least they
yeah,
have it in their
yeah.
cart ready.
Exactly. And Nadia, no, they don't have to be a customer already. So if you share from, this is again the magic, go back to the magic. If you invite people the right way from your marketing app, they're going to be on your site. So as soon as they go through your shop live, and let's say they click on, add to cart, then they click on checkout, they're going straight to your shop. It's your shop, not corporate shop, it's your shop. So that's, again, you have to make sure you use your link when sharing this. And of course, many of you have registered customers already, and as soon as they sign into shop.com, it's going to recognize them as your customer as well.
That's right. That's right. So again, you do it from your desktop, your laptop, or tablet, and you're going to go to unfranchisemarketing.com. Just click the go live button. Um, you know, we talked about selecting products. So just a quick review. You click on the interactions button. You then choose your site. In this case, maybe shop.com. You select your products, and then you go live. If you want to record it, you press the little white circle. Pretty simple.
Pretty simple. And there's a few questions in the chat, the products, because everyone is now loving the health quiz that we've recently launched, Jason. So a question has come up, are the videos on these as well? So there's no videos here because it's basically a standard kind of cart and a checkout. However, when you go over to obviously shop.com, you can click on the videos of the products when you're on shop.com. Alternatively, if you're going live, you can also play a video. If you want to play a video like Jason showed, you can share your screen and play a video. That's the way to do it probably.
Yeah.
But again, we kind of got to keep this, it's not too overly advanced to kind of videos and everything else. It's kind of, here it is, you going live, talking about the products, mixing the product, here's in the checkout. It's as simple as that. And then they're all moving over to shop.
Yeah, and if you put too many of these interactions in there, you're going to reduce your conversion. What that means is that you confuse them so they don't know what to do next. But I will say the health quiz is a great example, Steve. So when you click interactions, not only can you choose one of the websites to feature products, but you can also feature media, and the media are the assets from the marketing app. So what I would recommend is if you're going to do something on, say, digestive health, or you're going to do the Isotonics Ultimate Protocol, you can then also select the health quiz asset from the marketing app and feature that and say, hey, if you want to take the health quiz, click on this little link, 60-second to a better you, and take our 60-second health quiz.
Yeah.
Another great way, if they're not ready to make a purchase, they can then take the health quiz. So you can make all these tools kind of work together for your benefit.
Yeah. Fantastic. And in the chat, Becky, no, it doesn't register people automatically like the health quiz. No, because obviously in the health quiz, they're giving you the email, and of course that's registering the customer. So this one, if you invited a brand new person, make sure you use the right link to go through. And of course, then ultimately they end up on the shop and they can register as a customer there. Or even better, top tip, pre-register them in advance. If they've agreed to pre-register, that's the better, because then of course you're guaranteed to have them.
Yep, exactly. That's a pro tip right there. So again, the display on mobile is beautiful. On desktop, it's great. The product's right there. Click add to cart. Super simple, easy process for your attendees.
Yeah.
So now we
You don't
want to
need a
talk about,
special camera, Jason, as well. You don't need any special cameras, no special equipment. You can either do this from your laptop, just like Jason did there. You can do it from your phone. It's just that you don't need anything special at all.
so now that we've shown you how to go live, let's talk about how you can join as an attendee. So if you want to view a corporate live stream, then we're going to be doing more of these, Steve. Monday was the first one. We're going to
Yeah.
start doing more of these and promote them for the field to use with some of our top trainers and corporate staff. So every one of you has in your marketing app a carousel that says Shop Live Presenters. Now we have added all of you to one for the Livestream Market America channel.
So Jason, hang on, let's just pause again because I just want to take step by step. So Jason's now flipped. So this is about, just like we did on Monday, is the fixed launch was a corporate shop live. So this is different from Udin, of course. We want to make sure that it's in various different places where you can see it. But what Jason's showing you here now, because it's different to what he did before, because before, if you remember, he was on his desktop. So he was registering, he was going into and signing up just like any other website. He was using his unfranchised marketing app as a site. What he's showing you here is the top tip now. If you want to see and you want to kind of see a corporate, this is the phone. So this is back on the marketing app on the phone. Many of you have the marketing app on the phone. And by the way, the marketing app usage on Monday just went through the roof, didn't it, Jason? Just absolutely crazy with people sharing this on Monday. So it was one of the highest days we've ever had of people sharing stuff from the marketing app. So what he's sharing you from right now is the marketing app phone to make sure that you can see the corporate link.
That's right. So some of you might have this carousel towards the bottom of your phone. We tried to push it to the top, but if you've customized your order, you've kind of already did an override of your preferred kind of sort order. But you're looking for the Shop Live presenters, and we'll do our best job of creating a logo that is relevant to the type of Shop Live we're doing. So when you click on that Livestream Market America channel, you'll see on the second screen here, it shows you a big blue button. We couldn't make it any more obvious. Invite attendees. Well, you're going to click on that, and that's how you're going to invite. I'll show you that in a moment, but that's also how you get your link to the Shop Live. So when you click on the copy link, you can copy that link and then you can open that in a browser. You can send it to yourself in a text or an email. When you open that link, there we are. We're live and ready to go.
Yeah. Fabulous Coco. No, what it is on both the phone and the desktop. I'm just telling you what is the difference he's now sharing with you. So it's going to be on both, but this is the best way to see the corporate live because this is a very clear link to your store. That this is the best way to see it. That what Jason's showing you here.
So again, when we do banners on unfranchise.com, or we sent out an email, or we have a banner ad at the on the events page, those are not going to be attributed to you because that's our corporate link. And that's why we're recommending when you go to your app, everything is tied to you as an unfranchised owner, Steve. Right?
Yeah, perfect. So you can imagine, our conversations on Monday, Jason, where, Jason's getting ready to go live, and I'm chasing him, saying, "Hey, where do I find this?" Like again, I'm an average. I call myself just an average person, but I'm a UFO, so I'm trying to do this at the same time. And so I was trying to find obviously the corporate launch in the app on Monday. But Jason said again, top tip, pro tip again in the marketing app. We say this all the time, but make sure you refresh. Or as soon as you go in the marketing app, just make sure you pull down so it refreshes it because there's plenty of assets getting added on a daily basis. And then the other thing here is making sure you get this link. Now, you just want to watch it from your store. Hey, if you just want to watch it, it's fine if you click on the corporate link because you're just watching it. That's fine. But anytime you want to share with your customers, you have to go through your marketing app. We can't emphasize that enough. Anytime you want to share with your customers, please use the marketing app because then that ensures it is your view and your site, and you're obviously everything's going to be attributed to you.
Exactly. Yeah, we can't overstate that enough with everyone. It really is the thing that ties everything together is your unfranchised marketing app. Okay. So now that you've got, you're joining the event. Now, the other thing, Steve, people are asking is, well, Where do I register? You don't. It's like if someone goes live on TikTok, they're live when they're live. You're going live on Facebook, there's no registration. It's when someone clicks on the link, you're live. So it's the same thing. Any of these SHOPLive links, um, when you click on the link, it opens up the screen to join that live stream. So you can't join ahead of time. It's like whenever we're ready to go live, you click it, and then there we are. So that's a little bit different than what we're used to with kind of registering for online events.
Exactly, exactly. Again, like we said before, Jason, I think of it just as, you know what, this is my business. I'm going to click on live. I'm just going live on my phone. There's none of that registration. Just anytime I click the button, I'm live so everyone can see me. So all you have to do is make sure you notify people, hey, by the way, team, make sure you use my link. I'm going to be going live at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, whenever I'm going to do it.
Right. So it's all about how you promote it. So if you want to promote it on social media, great. You can go on social media on Facebook Live or Instagram and say, hey, I'm going live Thursday night at 8
Yes,
o'clock. Join me.
yes,
And you can promote that way as much
yes,
as you want. But when you go live, then you can send out that link. And when they click the link, you're live and the world is watching.
yes. And Jason, that reminds me, just let's pause for a second on this one as well. This was a big one. So again, just to get people's minds think about this, this is like any other platform. Think of this as a platform. So we did get many questions coming through on Monday to say, hey, can I do this? Can I go live on, TikTok with this? Can I go live on Facebook? Can I go live on Instagram? The answer is no, because this is its platform in itself. Just like, Jason, the best way Jason explained it to me was, hey, Instagram don't let you go live on TikTok. TikTok don't let you go live on Instagram. You can't kind of match the two. Zoom's slightly different because Zoom does allow you to stream live on Facebook too. But again, this is very different. So just think about this, its own platform that you were going live in. So it's always kind of, this is my platform. You always have to invite people to the platform. It's never going to be on social. You have to invite people to the platform, and you're going to go live at whatever time you schedule it.
Right. So you can use social media to promote it, but you're going
Yes.
live on the platform. And part of it is because of the linking as well. Like your products and your linking, the only way to have that attribution is if you're on our platform. And I think that makes sense for most people.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So now, Steve, let's talk a little bit about how we can invite a customer, right? How do we get a customer to one of our SHOPLive events? So we go to the same process. Under SHOPLive presenters, maybe you'll see your own link. For me, it says Jason Pellin, live stream. Or I go to the corporate link. I click on event invite attendees, and I can send it to a contact like I do with anything else in the marketing app. But if I click send to a contact, I can send it to them on a text message or an email. No problem. I can also share it on social media. So I can get a shareable link that I can push out on Facebook, or I
Right.
can put it in the comments or link in bio on Instagram.
Fab.
People click that, they're going to be attributed back to you because you did it from the marketing app, if that makes
Fabulous.
sense.
So let's do this left to right again then, Jason. So look on the left-hand side, what Jason's got there. You're going to see Shop Live presenters. Now, ultimately, you're going to have your own Shop Live in here. So if it's me, you're going to see Steve. If we'll show you how to connect to other teams, but just think of it for yourself for a second. Fix is in there as the corporate, so you'll see that what Jason is clicking on. So click on Fix. Next screen there is invite attendees. You want to invite people to it, and then look at the next page. You can do that however you want, whether it's text message, email, whatever you choose. That's how you invite people. So there is some questions coming through the chat. That's how you invite them. And then the final screen on the right-hand side is the details that you want to put in. You do have to put the details. Becky, for that question, say, hey, please join me at 9 o'clock tonight. I'm going to go live. Therefore, they'll have this, and you can just kind of schedule whatever time you want to tell them. And then, but you have to make sure you go live at 9 o'clock, of course.
Right.
Or recording. Show them recording. Yeah.
That's right. That's right. And then when someone clicks on the link, you said, I'm going to go live. You invited them. They got the link. They end up, it says register. I'm having that changed to join, right? Join the live stream because they're not actually registering. They're joining. So they put in their name and their email address. They click join. And then when you start your broadcast and you click go live, they will then be viewing your screen at that
Yeah, so
moment.
basically go previous screen then, Jason. So you can invite someone to it. They'll obviously have received whatever you've decided, text message or email, whatever. So then by them clicking on that link you've sent them, show the next screen, then this is what they're going to get. It's going to ask them to join. So on this version here, think about that again. If you've sent this out at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, you're not going live until 9, they're just going to see this page. It's not going to take them anywhere. It's going to say waiting for the host to kind of start it. You're not going to start it until 9 or whatever. So they just have to go back and refresh this, of course, but they have the link. That's how to do it. Just make sure they go and do the link at 9 o'clock. And what Jason's going to show you, you can set up notifications. So notifications is really important. So they get a reminder, hey, by the way, I'm about to go live. Boom.
That's right. So whether they click the link on a phone or they click it on a desktop, doesn't matter. They're going to come to this screen and they're going to join your live at that moment. Okay.
No, so again, we're gonna have to spend some time on this because no, they don't have to register each time. So basically, well, actually, they do have to not register, but they have to use the link.
The link. Yeah.
Yeah.
So every one of you as an unfranchised owner has your personal link. It doesn't change. It's your SHOPLive link. Similar to I have my own Zoom link, right? My personal Zoom link
Yeah.
is always the same. If I start a meeting, it's the same link. With your SHOPLive, it's the same link every time. So if you're going live today and you're going live tomorrow, it's the same link, right? But you just want to tell people when you're going live and what your topic is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you have done the recording, right, you've gone live and you've recorded your session, you're going to get a notification that your live has been recorded and then it's available for you to edit. So in your marketing app, when you go to your SHOPLive replays, you are then able to add a thumbnail image if you want to change the picture for that SHOPLive, or if you want to change the title, right? Rather than having it be live stream 12 o'clock, on Monday is what the title is. You can change it to, isotonics digestive enzymes or gut health, right? You can change the title and change the description when you edit your recorded version of your SHOPLive. And that helps with promotion after the fact. Okay.
One thing we didn't touch upon, Jason, actually, now you said that is on the chat as you're live. So, what Jason showed when he went live and what you saw on Monday, hopefully, is that left-hand bar was full of the chat. Perfect way to have that kind of one-to-one relationship with the people who are asking the questions, I guess, just like we're doing this evening.
Exactly.
But the chat is really important for the engagement and the many questions you get in there. So, probably just have a practice with it, have a play. Like I said, invite a couple of friends along or a couple of family members, just have a play with it, have them be in the other room. I know some of you have been testing this as well. Have them in the other room and just play around with it. See how it plays. Because if you do a really good recording, even if you're testing it, that's there in the system available. But you can push that out. Say, come and check me out. I've just gone through like 3 incredible products on isotonics. So practice, practice, practice. You can have as many different assets in there as you want.
That's right. That's right. And I've actually figured out a good way to kind of go from practice to, doing a full-blown real SHOPLive, and we'll share that as everyone's homework uh, later on. So then once you've got the replays, there is a carousel on your marketing app that says SHOPLive replays. So it lives just like any other videos or assets in your marketing app. And when you click it, you share it the same way you do anything else, right? So any of the share technology, we're sharing one-to-one, or you're sharing it on social, all of that is then attributed back to you. Okay. So now, Steve, how do I find out when Steve Boston's going and doing a SHOPLive? How do I find out when Jason's going live? How do I find out when um, Joanne is going live? Right? We have a technology that allows you to belong to one another's teams. So your SHOPLive team doesn't have to be your Market America team. It's just anyone that is connected through a code. So you have the ability to create your own team code for SHOPLive. So when you go into your marketing app, under more and your profile, you'll see under profile, you'll see this one link that says Teams. When you click on Teams, you've got two options, join a team or my team. When you click on my team, it allows you to give yourself a team name. I keep mine simple. It might be, say, Jason P, or might be Freedom. I try and keep it really short and sweet. So that's, my link to my SHOPLive. And then once I have that, I can copy that and I can send an announcement. I can copy the invitation and say, hey, Steve, if you want to join my SHOPLive team, here's my code. And
Right.
then you
Right.
belong part of my SHOPLive team.
Right. So again, let's just for the team here. So this is again different. So like we talked about before, that imagine that you want to leverage somebody else who is really good at shop lives. In this example, I want to follow Jason because I know I'm definitely going to be watching when he does this backflip. It's going to be amazing. It's going to go viral. I'm going to share some isotonics and he's going to have Jason backflipping. Same as I'm going to watch Shannon when she's doing the motive. So basically, Shannon is going to have her own SHOPLive code. Jason has his own SHOPLive code. So I want to join Shannon's team in that example. I want to join Jason's team. And I'm just saying team because he's in there as a SHOPLive. But Jason will have a code, like you just said. Shannon will have a code. If Shannon allows me to follow her, then she has to share the code with me to put it in.
That's,
So
that's
so this just isn't. I think it's worth noting, Jason, that this doesn't have to be anyone connected on your team. It can be anyone in the entire company, any UFO. That's what I'm saying. This is magic. So I am now going to spend, time trying to kind of connect with all these amazing UFOs so I can leverage all of the great lives that they're going to be doing. We already had some great lives in there from last year, Jason, even on the old technology. Lisa Martin, Lee Ryder did some great motive stuff. I think Kim might have done some in there as well. I think Dr. D may have done some. You've probably done some. So again, a few of them before, but this is now even further elevated. So simple. So I just want you to think about this as you want to leverage any other UFOs that you see on social media you're following, whether it's Jocelyn or whoever you're following. You want to make sure, hey, they're really good on social. I want to follow those because I know they're going to do some great lives. And then if you join their team, correct me if I'm wrong, Jason, you're going to get a notification. Great, Jocelyn's live. And then you'll jump on and see how that is. And then if you love it, you can even share the replay with all of your customers. And then I'm going to benefit from Jocelyn doing a fabulous job on SHOPLive, and my customers are going to buy. Fantastic.
That's right. Exactly. You get to leverage other experts in the field doing what they do best, and you're inviting your contacts and your customers to their show, right? It's phenomenal.
Yeah,
Phenomenal.
and
So
drop a one in the chat, everyone, if you want to see Jason do a backflip on one of these shop lives.
oh boy.
I see it's blowing up now.
Yeah. All right. I'll need to get some bromelain and some tower.
Just don't injure yourself.
You're right. All right, so to continue that process, right? So now that you've created a team code, you can click copy invite, and then you can go ahead and send that out in a text message. You can then send out some instructions for people on how to join your team. Um, Now, if you want to join a team, how do you do that, right? Now we showed you how to start a team, right? You create a code. Well, the same process, you go to my profile and you go to teams, but this time you're going to click on join a team. Then you're going to enter the code. So you click join a team, and you can belong to multiple teams. And then you just enter their code, and then you are then accepted into that team. And now you've successfully joined, and you'll get those notifications when someone's going live with their event. I'm excited. I'm excited. I can't wait I'm gonna have a whole screen full of a bunch of different teams. Steve, how about you?
Exactly, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
So when you belong to someone's team, now they are going to show up in your ShopLive presenters. So you'll see their live stream link, and that's how you can then invite to their events. You can also send a team announcement. If you're going live, I can send an announcement and say, hey, everyone, I'm going live tonight at 8 p.m. I'm going to be talking about Isotonic's Ultimate Protocol.
Yep.
Now you know that
Yep.
you're going to get a notification.
Yeah.
And from that notification, you know that you can then invite your customers.
Yeah. Phenomenal.
It's
Phenomenal.
real-time sharing. Now you can also share the information again on WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, direct messaging through Instagram or copy link. You can share the links however you want through the marketing app, like you can with any of the other
Yeah.
assets.
Fantastic. All right, Jason, we've also got some other magic pieces to this. So let's just call it like the recording of it. So the recording, phenomenal. So if you're on your own, you're going to do a recording, fantastic. Of course, if you're together, like just like Dee and Kim did it on Monday, if you're together in the room, great, because you get the benefit of playing off each other. Now, what you can also do, correct me if I'm wrong, Jason, I could do a shop live and invite yourself, your good self, to come on with me. So it's like a two screen. You can talk, I can talk, so I can be on together and we can do that, which will be phenomenal because I can basically, somehow come up with some words about some amazing products. You could do a backflip when I go to you just to showcase. It'd be amazing. This will go viral. Fantastic. The only problem with that though is the call out with that is if you have two people doing it, you can't record it because it doesn't know what to record because there's different cameras. So that's a bit of a challenge. Is that fair, Jason? But going forward, you can of course have some fun with it, have a play around with it, invite somebody who's amazing, of course, like your good self to do it together. But the only challenge there is you just can't record it as yet.
Right. So you can have, in this process, when you are going to your ShopLive section of your marketing app, you can invite someone to be a presenter. It says invite presenter. And you can have three different presenters join. So you can do that banter back and forth if you're at a distance. And the only difference is, like Steve said, you can't record those, but you can still go live and have a multi-presenter opportunity.
Fabulous. I've lost track of the chat's going so quick now. I've lost track of all the questions.
We'll download them and we'll make an FAQ document. We'll make sure it's available to everyone for sure. Now I'm getting some pressure to do this backflip, Steve. All right.
That was my fault, I know.
That's okay. So let's wrap it up a little bit for you, right? Why is this good for UFOs? It serves as a great product training. You can get your new unfranchised owners, someone specializes in a product, they can talk about a product. People can click it, they can look at where their product is on their shop.com. You can do specific topics, digestive health or makeup tutorials. I think makeup tutorials is a great one, or morning routine with your skincare, right? Rather than just sharing your skincare routine, why don't you share your skincare routine and then link it to a product, right? Product launches like we did on Monday gives new UFOs an opportunity to learn and share in an environment where they might be more comfortable because they're not in front of a room and they're not trying to talk in front of a living room just yet, right? It's kind of a soft step approach. But again, for friends and customers, like you said, Steve, invite a couple
Yeah,
people to your shop live, make it
yeah,
really casual, informal, and fun, and showcase the product. I love doing demonstrations like the
yeah.
digestive enzymes and the pudding demonstration. Fantastic.
Nice. Hey, I've just got an idea, Jason, just from the chat. I think Fabulous Coco put it in the chat. Icons coming up. We have Icon as a product. Obviously the Icon tickets as a product, of course. So maybe if someone's kind of encouraging that conversation with their team, they're doing this as well. Maybe there's a conversation there to showcase the video while you're going live of Icon, and maybe the tickets on the right hand side have that conversation. So again, anything's a possibility with any product that we have.
That's right. You bring up, we've been talking about SHOPLive as it relates to sales and retail quite a bit. Don't forget, we also have some business building assets within the marketing app. So you could do this as a business building tool. And guess what? Everyone's got their own marketamerica.com now, don't they, Steve? You could
Exactly.
you could do
What
a
a fabulous site that is,
presentation.
Jason.
You could do a presentation and link people to that asset that drives to your marketamerica.com opportunity page. Right.
Fantastic.
So there's so much potential here, folks. We're just scratching the scratch of the surface. But the idea is you can team up with people and do all sorts of different events. You know, uh, beauty and bling events. You can do health events. You can invite, esteemed physicians and to talk about our products, whatever it is. But the idea is work with your team, just like you do with home events. Make it part of your culture to do home events, hybrid events where you may be doing a shop live from a home event. Why not? You've got an
Yeah,
audience
what
there. It's like a
exactly?
live
Yeah.
studio audience.
Exactly. I think Shannon put that early on in terms of imagine this now for these home events, having this at the same time. What an opportunity. I think yeah, it's just so many opportunities. But again, it's like anything. I would just encourage everyone to try it out, test it, walk, just get really comfortable, familiar with it, because it should be a huge game changer for us. We're very excited. Jason has worked so hard behind the scenes to get all these improvements, for you all. We had a previous version. He's taken all of that feedback, and I think Molly put it in the chat again, just how much they love this company, that they're always doing the right thing for franchise. Not many other companies have technology like this. It's so simple that we can have you all go live whenever you want, as much as you want, with whoever you want. I mean, think of that. I mean, just incredible.
Yeah, it really is. You even look at how you can onboard a new UFO. Maybe you've sponsored someone at a distance and you'd love to do a home event. And maybe you've done like Zoom, but you don't know how to connect the product links. Well, here's a great opportunity. Hey, let's make a list of 3 to 10 individuals that you know that want to lose weight. Who do you know that's complained about digestive concerns? And you can do these little shop lives and help them get their customers. So you, the leader, can do the product event and they can invite their customers to your shop live. I mean, it's just brilliant. It
Yeah,
really is a
brilliant.
great tool.
Again, ideas racing again. So all of these great demos that we have of, digestive enzymes, people love that video. That really sells the product. Imagine doing your own. Just do your own with whatever you're gonna mix it with. Showcase that, and then you've got it live in your system. Anybody that you ever come across going forward, hey, I'm just going to send you this quick 5-minute presentation, and it's you doing the demonstration, and they can buy it there and then from a video.
And then they can buy the product from the video. That's
Exactly.
that's the game changer right there.
Exactly.
So it's just the art of promotion, right? Using words like, hey, don't miss out. I'm going to be doing an event at 8 o'clock on Thursday. Hey, I'm going live to discuss some of my concerns with my digestive system and some things that I've found that have helped me. Join me Friday at noon or whatever, right? It's all in the art of promotion and the hook on how to get people to want to show up to these events. So we'll be doing more training on all of this, but the idea is it all has reporting. Once you've gone live, you can see how many people attended it, how many clicked on it, what did they click on? So it allows you to help follow up as well. I mean, we've got
Wow.
everything right at your fingertips so that you can really succeed with this technology.
Wow, this is pretty fresh, Jason. I've had a chance to look at the reporting, but look at that reporting for your business, your very own entrepreneurial business, and yet all of that reporting to see who's coming on. Just really, really well done, Jason. And again, this is probably without me spoiling stuff, and you've seen some of these things at leadership school and at previous presentations and Icon. This is technology. This is how we're going to move technology forward. And there's even more things coming in the next few weeks. There's even more great things coming. I don't want to spoil it, but there's even really, really good things coming that's really going to help all of you leverage your business going forward. So anything with Miss Jason?
Well, I think that, the biggest thing is how to get started. And what I've done with people previously is just walk through this. I call it a 4-week start to being a pro at SHOPLive. It really is. Your first week is you and a partner. One goes live and the other one attends your live. Then you switch. Then the other person goes live and you attend theirs. So you each get an opportunity to go live and experience a shop live. So you guys get to, one-on-one, you both get to be an attendee and a presenter.
Nice.
Do that first.
Nice.
Second one is then do it with just your team. Do a couple people on your team, invite them to your shop live, and you're just doing a shop live for your team, right? Getting some feedback, you're getting them to experience it. Then you have everyone invite their VIP customers, 2 to 3 of their top customers, invite them to a shop live, make it a VIP event for them. They give them a coupon code for participating, and then you get to do it with a small handful of customers. Then after that, you're ready. You're ready. You've already practiced it 3 different times, and now you can open it up and do more of a promotion and invite more people to your shop live. It really is a no-brainer. I think anyone can do it, Steve.
Brilliant. I just Jackie Blasco in the chat. This is amazing, amazing, amazing. Nicely done, Jackie. Nicely done. Elaine in the chat. Thank you so much. Sarah Wiley's in the chat. Tracy, Shannon. Fantastic. So if we've got a few more minutes left, team, anything in the chat, feel free to ask any questions that we haven't addressed so far. I think we've done pretty well answering most of the questions, although I missed a bunch in the middle, to be honest, Jason.
Yeah, we'll download the chat and make sure that you get all of those answered in a FAQ document. And hey, you're not going to retain it all. We'll have this
Yeah.
recorded for you to review, but also in your unfranchised marketing app, you can click on the learn button and we've got lessons. We've got small video lessons for you to learn exactly how to use all of your tools for your business. So don't miss out on the learn section either. I'm super
Oh,
excited.
well, and that learn section, was that in the app, Jason?
It is. So on the
Yeah.
marketing app, under the more, there's a button that says learn,
And
and
no
it's
more.
all of our, we
Gotcha.
even have a whole course, Steve, on the health quiz.
Gotcha. Fantastic. The health quiz, because Scott's making me do this, the health quiz does include, yes, correct, vitamins, not vitamins. It does include vitamins.
That is
So,
correct.
so Jason, just do one more time, just quickly, because I know we covered it. When you went live at the start, given your expertise, of course, you can go live from your phone. You would recommend going live from your laptop PC, and just again go through the site that people need to go live.
Yeah. So you're going to go to unfranchisemarketing.com and you're going to have to do it from a desktop, a laptop, or a tablet. We're working on the mobile piece, should be an enhancement, but we're still trying to figure out the best video display. So what you're going to do is you're going to go live from a desktop, laptop, or tablet when you go to unfranchisemarketing.com. I'll pull up that site again.
Okay. Unfranchisemarketing.com.
That is
Un-
correct.
Unfranchisemarketing.com. So basically, it's like any other site, team. So sometimes when we say app, people get confused and think, rightly so, because it's an app, and some people think they need to have a, Mac and everything else to extend, but it's not. You're going to unfranchise.com. Sorry, I've done that again, haven't I? Unfranchisemarketing.com.
Unfranchisemarketing.com. Yes, Jocelyn put it in the chat for us.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Jocelyn. You rescued me.
That's right. That's right. So yeah, I guess the next thing is we'll have an announcement here coming out within the next 24 hours or so when Shop Live 3.0 has been rolled out to all UFOs here in the US. And then we are planning within 2 weeks to go international with Shop Live 3.0 for everyone. So it's going to be a big global push for everyone. We see this technology as just a game changer for all of your businesses.
Yeah, and I think Jason, you told me Singapore did an incredible job of this already with the previous version, right?
That's right. Yeah, Singapore is one of our top producers of our Shop Live events.
Fantastic, fantastic. So, any questions? You know where we're at, of course, but again, have some fun with it, have a play with it. Again, and franchise services are fully up to speed with this as well. But again, reach out to any of us if you have any questions. But we're looking forward to many of you going live with this. We're looking forward to your stories, your testimonials, and please, again, just share with you the successes that you have. I cannot wait to see some of you go live with this. It's going to be so much fun.
Yep. Looking forward to it. All right,
All
everyone.
right, Jason,
Make us
you are
proud.
fantastic as always. Thank you so much for all the education, all the support, all the training, everything you're doing. Incredible. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you for your leadership. Have a great night, everyone.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Good night.
Bye-bye.